Let's freaking go! Hear that? It's our goal. The Florida Panthers have beat the Tampa Bay Lightning in Game 5 at Amalie Arena for a gentleman's sweep in Tampa, Florida. The final score of this game is 6-3. Bobrovsky, once again, was a brick wall in this one against a pretty desperate Tampa Bay Lightning team who had a no answer against the Florida Panthers, especially late in the game. Every time the Lightning score, the Panthers respond. A resilient hockey team with the sole purpose of going for a repeat. And damn straight to have to go through the Lightning to get there is truly sweet. Oh man, I'm so freaking hyped. Oh my god! You guys have no clue how much this means to me. The fact I get to witness something in my lifetime, to watch the Panthers beat the Lightning on their home ice. Because every time we go over there, it's always the heartbreak. Well, not anymore, Cats fans, as we can finally let go of the demons, and let's just say that we have in the playoff series record against each other, we are now officially 2-2, tying up the record. Tying up the head-to-head record in the playoffs. And honestly, it's damn good to say that. Honestly. Because, well, we don't like the Lightning, do we? We said some harsh things against each other in social media. And some fans, both sides were really say these really concerning things towards the players, the team's players. Like, beat the shit out of them, which, it's, I guess, a fan expression, but to go as far as using the K word or the D word and, that fun stuff, don't do that. You're no better. You're not better than anybody. Because those words, if you know the words I'm talking about, you know the words that I'm talking about. That it's not cool. I certainly never reacted this way. I can tell him that he's a piece of shit. You can tell him that he's a piece of shit. But you can also call our player a piece of shit. They have some piece of shit things towards each other. Whatever it's concussing one another, whatever it's suspension, whatever if it's some haymakers, whatever if it's really hard hits, which led to penalties. 5-minute majors, unsportsmanlike conducts, game misconduct, whatever the case that may be. This was a very physical series, and you know what though? For a hockey fan, the series would have been better if they went up to 7, to say the least. But as a Panthers fan, I will take winning this 6-3 in Game 5. And a part of me will always say, it's always been Cats in 5. And I just have one thing to say to Lightning and the Tampa Bay Lightning fans and to anybody. First off, three things. One, we have proven to the hockey world that the state of Florida, hockey in state of Florida is clearly superior. It has worked for a number of years, and we have proven that. You guys and I, we have proven that for years to come. Number two, because we have proven that time to time, it becomes a territorial battle, and the rivalry will heat up more in the 2020s. And for years, it's always been the Lightning dominating the state, and it's always been them dominating the Panthers for years. For years. And in recent years, especially in 2023, we finally prevailed the big bros, and finally winning some against the big bros, which leads me to number 3. And I say this with heart, and I have no shame of saying it. Tampa Bay, you goddamn feel the weight of the martyr, because every time you beat the shit out of us, year in, year out, that's how we always feel. That's why I say feel the weight of the martyr. Anyway, let's go over this game. This is going to be a long video, as if it wasn't already long enough. I didn't even break this game down because I was so excited. So, of course, Vasilevsky versus Bobrovsky. Who is going to be the goaltender to prevail? The first shot on target came from Lundell with the wrist shot, which was stopped by Vasilevsky. But then Victor Hedman's shot was blocked by Marchand. And then there will be a goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning, which that bounce really took the hop towards Goncalves. If I said it right, I don't think I did. Victor Hedman gets an assist here. That's his second assist of the playoffs. And Luke Glendening with his first assist of the playoffs. And it's off the wrist shot, wide open on the right side. It's Gage Goncalves with his first playoff goal. I think it's first of his career. First playoff goal of his career. So it's 1-0 Lightning. Not a good start, which sucked. So that means the Panthers are going to wake up, right? Lucerine with the wrist shot off the rebound to Vasilevsky, which was stopped there, needless to say. Connor Geekie was blocked by Lucerine, but then he gets a slap shot in, but that was stopped by Bobrovsky, which was a really fantastic save. Connor Verhaeghe's wrist shot was stopped by Vasilevsky. And then a penalty against Emil Lilleberg for a slashing against Connor Verhaeghe. Panthers go on a power play, and they score. And they score on this power play. He's assisted by Sam Reinhart. That's his fourth assist in the playoffs. And Matthew Tkachuk, who tried to shoot the puck, which was blocked by Verhaeghe. I guess it worked out. But Matthew Tkachuk get his second assist of the postseason. But the snapshot, the wide open, Carter Verhaeghe, it was an easy shot in. Carter Verhaeghe ties it up, and he became clutch again. So the folks who really like Carter Verhaeghe's not worth the money, or he's washed or anything like that, now, where are those folks now? I believe in Carter Verhaeghe. I believed him. I always have believed in Carter Verhaeghe. You have to be patient with him. He gets a second goal in the playoffs, and he ties it up. And more importantly, it's a power play goal. Our first power play goal since game one. Tied up 1-1. So Brayden Point with the snapshot, which will stop by Bobrovsky, needless to say. Matthew Tkachuk tries to wrist it home, but that was stopped by Vasilevsky. We then skip ahead with a really beautiful deflection from Anton Lundell to take the lead. He's assisted by Lucerine. That's his second assist of the playoffs. And Brad Marchand. I mean, how about Brad Marchand, man? He played terrific hockey in this game. That's his third assist of the playoffs and his first assist of the game. He assists Anton Lundell. I mean, I don't know if that was by design or if Brad Marchand was trying to shoot the puck in, but that deflects off the body of Lundell. He didn't kick it. I think it deflected off the knee and then it ricocheted towards the back of the net. And that completely shell-shocked Vasilevsky. But either way, we'll take it as Florida Panthers take 2-1 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning with the Lundell deflection, which was a beauty. It was a beauty by Lundell. It was a good heads-up thing, too. So we take the lead after being down 1 point. Goncalves with the snapshot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. And again, he tries that again 15 seconds later, which was a snapshot again, but that was stopped by Vasilevsky. But then a takeaway from Nick Paul, or Geekie rather. I think Geekie was the one that broke the possession of Anton Lundell. Lundell was trying to either clear it or was trying to, skate towards the other side, towards the Tampa zone. But Geekie stole it, and he gave it to Nick Paul, and they score. So Connor Geekie gets the first assist of the playoffs. And he assisted Nick Paul. That's his second goal of the playoffs. And that's a snapshot, and they immediately tie it 2-2. So we got a really good hockey game so far, and a really stressful one to start off. And it's killing me. It's killing me. But 30 seconds later, actually 29 seconds later, Nick Perpix gets called for a hold against Lucerine. This is not deniable. So Panthers go on the power play. This was a dangerous power play, but it's really a big thanks to Vasilevsky to keep it within. 5 shots on target for the Panthers in this power play. Seth Jones with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. Sam Reinhart's wrist shot that was also stopped by Vasilevsky. Reinhart again was that shot was blocked. Matthew Tkachuk with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. Off the rebound to Reinhart with the backhand. And once again towards Reinhart with the wrist shots. Barkov tries to get it in, but he missed it high white, which was counted as a shot attempt. But Reinhart again, that's 5. All of them were stopped by Vasilevsky, and this power play is killed off. It's just a shame. This was a good power play for the Panthers. Nate Schmidt tries to tip it in, but that was stopped by Vasilevsky. This was after the power play ended. Seth Jones with the really big hit on Goncalves. Problem is, the puck was a little bit too far, especially towards the goal, the line, and that's interference on Seth Jones. It's a little bit questionable, but I agree with this call. Questionable, but I agree. So Tampa goes on the power play. During that power play, Jake Gunsell, who the player to watch, gets a snapshot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. Victor Hedman with the snapshot that was also stopped by Bobrovsky. Power plays kill it off. He killed off this power play. Awesome, right? Most with a snapshot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. And we take this 2-2 game to the second period. Great game so far to start off, man. Second period starts, and I told you, I got the game number wrong, but I told you he was gonna do it. He's assisted by Lo Serenen. That's his 3rd assist of the postseason, and Forsli's first assist of the playoffs. I thought he was the one that got in, but turns out there was a tip. And if you guessed it's Alexander Barkov, yes it was. I told you he was going to score in this playoffs. I got the game number wrong, but that's okay because he got the goal. It's a go-ahead goal for the Panthers. It's a tip-in from Barkov. It's his first postseason goal of the postseason, and it's 3-2 Cats. Barkov, baby. And it only took 52 seconds to start the period. Awesome. Reinhart with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. Anthony Cirelli with the snapshot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Nick Perpix with the snapshot, which is saved by Bobrovsky. Nick Pohl once again saved by Bobrovsky. Gustav Forsling, that absolutely should have went into the back of the net. I don't know how it wasn't, but it wasn't. But it hit the crossbar. And then these unbelievable, I forgot it was this one. No, it's definitely this one. Karnak and Goncalves tries to snap it home off the rush to the Lightning. Bobrovsky with the most ridiculous saves. He did it again. He robbed the Lightning. Remember that save last year where he was out of position? He had to do a desperation elbow thing. He was doing it sitting down. He had to come, and it felt that, and then he still got the save as he was on his rear end on the ice. Bobby, baby, oh my God. And there was enough, and people say, well, the Panthers doesn't have fans. They don't have fans. Then why is it that we hear Bobby, Bobby, Bobby in Tampa, Florida? Why do we hear Bobby chants in Tampa, Florida? Why? Why is that? Bandwagons? No way. These are the diehards that came up to Tampa, rooting for the team. And Tampa's not that far from Sunrise. It's not that far from Fort Lauderdale. It's just a 2.5, 3 hour drive. All you have to do is go to the other side of the Everglades, and then you go up north, and there you are. So it's a manageable trip. And the noises were heard, and the Lightning fans didn't like it. And once again, feel the weight of the martyr. That's what we had to feel. That's what we had to endure for years to come. So anyway, Sam Bennett tries to get a snapshot, but that was stopped by Vasilevsky. Barkov with the wrist shot, that was stopped by Vasilevsky. Sam Bennett with the wrist shot, that was also stopped by Vasilevsky. The shots were coming. They were actually coming. But then a stupid penalty of Sam Bennett. He slashed Victor Hedman's stick and that's a penalty. That is a penalty on the Panthers. So the Lightning go on the power play, and just like the Panthers getting the power play goal from since game one, the inevitable happened. So Kucherov with the snapshot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Let's get that out of the way, and then the inevitable happens. They score on this power play and they tie it up again. And that was the Strotning. He's assisted by Victor Hedman. That's his third assist of the playoffs. And off the wrist shots, I mean, if it's not Kucherov, it's their recent free agent signings, Jake Gensel, a former Penguin, a former Hurricane, and now a current Lightning for another 6 more years, whichever the case that may be. That's his third playoff goal of the season, and he ties up the game again. So tie game again. It's a crazy game so far, really crazy. If you're a hockey fan, you're enjoying the crap out of this game. But if you're a Panther fan or maybe a Lightning fan, you're stressed the hell out. Eric Hernack with the snapshot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. And then another stupid penalty. So Sam Bennett with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. But then another slashing call towards Victor Hedman again. Second penalty again on Sam Bennett to Victor Hedman. What are you doing? Stop slashing him. So the Lightning, same situation, goes back on the power play. But this time, this power play is different because this has no shots on target. Nothing. There was a shot attempt, but that was blocked by Mikkola. And this power play is killed off. But it gets even better. As this power play killed off, Sam Bennett came off the penalty box, left incredibly wide open at the right wing, and they score. Sam Bennett gets the last left immediately, 5 seconds after the power play ends, or almost 5 seconds. I think actually it's 6 seconds. He scores, immediately getting off the penalty box. He's assisted by Lois Serene. That's his fourth assist of the postseason. And Anton Lundell's second assist of the playoffs. Sam Bennett gets the game winner. Gets the game-winning goal. Coming out of the penalty box. And he scores 3-0. Actually, not 3-0. Excuse me. Third goal of the postseason for Sam Bennett. It's now 4-3 Florida. But then 5 seconds later, this is where I'm screaming with the rule book regarding the follow through. So what happened? I forgot who it was, but he was seemingly shooting the puck, or he was trying to get the pass off, and that follow through clipped Naismith in the face. It clipped Naismith in the face, but no call. No call at all. They let it go. Naismith was bleeding. No penalty call at all. The rules analyst says it's a right no call because this was a follow through from a shot attempt or a pass attempt. That's it. That's according to the rule book. Now with the rule book, fine. If it's according to the rule book, then I can accept it. But here's my problem. Sometimes they still call that a penalty. See what I mean? They still call that a penalty. So there's no consistency with it. Did you know this is the same referee crew that ejected everybody on the ice with Florida and Ottawa last year? Remember that everybody on the ice has a 10-minute misconduct call? Same referee crew. Thankfully, though, Naismith is okay. But my God, that was a disaster. Anyway, Gensel with the snapshot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Karnak with the snapshot. Again, that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky is saving all the pucks. Clearly doing his job, doing his part. Nick Paul, Sam Bennett with the wrist shots. That was stopped by Vasilevsky. Nick Paul with the snapshot. Victor Hedman with the wrist shots. Snapshot, actually. I'm sorry about that. 2 in a row, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. And the second period ends. But before the period even ends, a fight broke loose between Evan Rodriguez and Jake Gensel. So then it became a fight. Of course it would be, because it's a battle of Florida after all. And it's a playoff series. The temper's starting to flare. And the Panthers leading after 2, going into the third period in the playoff game. You can have that settled in back knowing that you might potentially win. But it's not a guarantee. It's never a guarantee. You see what I mean? Anyway, Rodriguez and Goodell, both of them are called for a roughing. So we start the third period on a 4-on-4. 4-on-4 to start off the period. Sam Reinhart during this 4-on-4 with this backhand, which was stopped by Vasilevsky. Sam Bennett, that should have went in. But it hit the crossbar. That was unlucky for the Panthers. Absolutely unlucky. Now, good thing Tampa didn't score, because if they did score, then we're going to be thinking back of that crossbar. But Sam Bennett with another tip-in. By the way, this 4-on-4 was killed off. No goals. One shot on target, which was Sam Reinhart. Reinhart with the tip-in, which was stopped by Vasilevsky, which was a ridiculous save. Darren Rash with the slap shot that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Kucherov shot was blocked by Forsling, and Forsling was really good. And you know who else was good? Brad Marchand. Brad Marchand was fast, even for his age. Completely pressuring the Lightning team, not giving them any air to breathe. And the Lightning had to make some tough decisions. Nick Paul at the back end was stopped by Bobrovsky, and Bobrovsky's making some amazing saves. Braden Point with the slap shot. Bobrovsky has it. Lundell, man, he almost made this game 5-3. He almost did, but that was stopped by Vasilevsky with the wrist shot. Nikita Kucherov with the snapshot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky, was a great one. By the way, Kucherov still has not had a playoff goal, I believe, in at least 14 playoff games, as far as I heard. That's a long time. Nick Paul with the snapshot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. Carter Verhaeghe did not get one in with the wrist shot that was stopped by Vasilevsky. So the pucks have to go in eventually, right? Jesper Boquist with the wrist shot, which was stopped by Vasilevsky. But finally, we got one in. And this was a really nice movement rush with the Florida Panthers to get himself wide open. He's assisted by Lundell. That's his third assist of the playoffs. And more importantly, Brad Marchand's second assist of the game, his fourth in the playoffs. And he assisted Loserinian, which was a beautiful pass to left. And Loserinian was left wide open. Vasilevsky was a little bit slow to react. And by the time he reacted, the puck went into the back of the net already. It is a snapshot by Loserinian, and Loserinian pretty much finished this game off. It's now 5-3 Florida in Tampa, Florida. And things are looking really good. Looking really, really good. All you have to do is continue the defensive pressure on the Lightning, and we are good. We are good. Then they decided, after the puck went into the netting, they pulled Vasilevsky. This is the same question I had with last year. Why? I get why, but why early? Why early? And the Panthers, they capitalized. Nick Paul wins the faceoff. Sam Reinhart stole the puck, and he was able to get it in. It was a wrist shot. It wasn't a snipe. It was just trying to get that shot off. It was a slow roller to the back of the net. But more importantly, that puck did went to the Blue Chris, and it went to the back of the net on the exposed empty net for the Lightning. Reinhart sealed the deal, closed the door on the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Panthers have cleared the storm, and the Lightning storm is done. We now have clear blue skies in the sunshine state of Florida. Everything is good. No more weather problems. And the Panthers, once again, take over Florida. And I'm proud to say that. I'm going to say it again because I need to. The Panthers taking over Florida. It feels good saying that. Anyway, Sorelli with the snapshot, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. As far as I remember, the empty net was still exposed. So the empty netter, Vasilevsky is still off the ice. And I was like, make it 7-3. Make it 7-3. And then Eric Kernack with a cheap shot to Brad Marchand. Brad Marchand pissing people off. And, frustrations build on the Lightning. They are now pissed off that they're going to get eliminated. So Kernack with the cheap cross-check to Brad Marchand. And Florida goes on a power play for pretty much the rest of the game. I was hoping to make it 7-3 because, like I said, feel the way of the martyr, because we felt this for years. There was only a shorthanded chance from Jake Guentzel, which was stopped by Bobrovsky. It was a snapshot, but the Panthers were able to hold on and eliminate the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa, which was even more sweeter. So I guess what I was trying to say earlier is that, make it seem like a 2021 version of the Tampa Bay Lightning, but then I realized, make it a 2025 version of the Florida Panthers. Maybe even a 2024 version. I mean, you kidding me? 6 goals against Vasilevsky. Well, actually 5. One is the empty net. But you get my point here. The Panthers doesn't know anything about quitting. Some fans were just losing hope very quickly because Vasilevsky then decided to come back as prime Vasi. But we knew it was coming. You had to keep the faith. But I'm so proud of these boys. I'm so proud of these guys for playing good hockey against the Lightning, taking over the state again, tying this postseason series 2-2 against the Lightning. And you know what? Because I'm this happy, I'm gonna play the goal horn again. Never gets old. When we look at the team stats, 31 shots on target for the Panthers, 29 shots on target for the Lightning, 46 hits for the Panthers. They are really aggressive, keeping the Lightning in check. Really aggressive Panthers team. We knew this. 26 hits for the Lightning. Albeit some big ones too. 27 faceoff wins for the Panthers. 30 faceoff wins for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Both teams with 3 power play opportunities. Both teams with 1 power play goal. One is with Guentzel, as far as I remember, and the other one for the Panthers from Berge. Penalties: 4 penalties for both teams. 8 penalty minutes for both teams. 18 block shots for the Panthers. 14 block shots for the Lightning. 4 takeaways for the Lightning, 5 takeaways for the Panthers, 17 giveaways for the Lightning, and 13 giveaways for the Panthers. And stars of the game, as it is up there now. 1 star goes to Lo Serenen with 1 goal and 3 assists. Honestly, absolutely deserved. 2 stars goes to Brad Marchand with 2 assists. And especially he was a defensive menace in this game. 3 stars that give it to Gage Goncalves for the Tampa Bay Lightning with 1 goal. They should have given it to Sam Bennett, because Sam Bennett had a game-winning goal. He had a game winner. He did. 4th goal, 4-3. The Lightning were not able to score a 4th goal. Or he could have given it to Sergei Bobrovsky. He had a 26 out of 29 save game, which is still pretty good. I would have given it to Bobrovsky or Sam Bennett, but who cares? The Florida Panthers advanced to the second round for the 4th time in a row. 4th year in a row they did it. They did it in 22. They did it in 23. That was a big one too. They did it in 24 against this team, and they did it this year. Fantastic. Who are we going to play in the second round? Well, as far as we know, I don't know. Because we're playing the winner of the one of the Ontario teams, the Maple Leafs or the Senators. It could be the Leafs, or it could be the Senators, because the Senators are making this series interesting. The Leafs are going through what we had to go through in the finals. See, people forget, when we won the Stanley Cup final, nobody was talking about the fact that we nearly had a historic collapse against the Edmonton Oilers. The Maple Leafs are having a tough time closing the series. And the Senators are playing with purpose to not get eliminated. They could force a game 7, and we don't know what would go from there. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with this series. It's going to be the Leafs or it's going to be the Ottawa Senators. Put down your prediction down below. But either way, I'm freaking hyped with this Panthers series being the Lightning. I'm really hyped. You guys have no idea. But yeah, man, we await the winner of Ottawa and Toronto. We'll see what happens tomorrow. If you guys want to, you can watch this game. I might do that. But for the terms of South Florida sports, like the Marlins, the Panthers, and the Heat, obviously not the Heat, but the Inter Miami as well, even the Sharks, no games tomorrow, which means day off. So don't expect the video from me tomorrow. I think I'm going to take the day off. You know what I'm trying to say? I think it's well earned. But yeah, man, once again, we advance to the second round. I'm freaking happy. Oh, I'm so happy, man. And let's go Panthers. Anyway, man, that's going to do it for this one. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TV guys are back. And when it does, it'll be right there with the fear team you deserve. And to think, when this YouTube channel started, we get to see a lot of things for the Panthers in the right way, right? I'm not bragging that I'm the magic, but it's just cool. It is cool. Anyway, man, that's gonna do it, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody. Go Cats.